Hello, Dr. Ray. Welcome back to episode 8, Ingredients for a Better Life. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Jay. Thanks for having me back. Good to see you again.
You as well. You as well. Merry Christmas as we all get into that holiday mode. I know that tomorrow's my birthday. I'm getting ready to head out actually, and wanted to, before everyone rushes off to these this you know holiday mode, everything stops and we go into this holiday mode of oftentimes this overindulgence and everything like that. We oftentimes will go into our meet with our families, and there's lots of food, there's lots of drink, there's lots of champagne. So I just wanted to talk about, as we move into this season, how people can, kind of navigate this in a responsible way, in a way that is going to, to benefit them, so they're not, making, things worse. So I wanted to see a little discussion about what you think, how to navigate safely through the holidays.
Okay, I think that's the snippet right there. How do we navigate through the holidays with all of the tasty types of food choices that we're going to be around that type of environment? And I think the number one thing to think about is every day is a day. Every day is a day. Every day is the same in the sense that every day has an 8 a.m. Every day's got an 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, even the weekends, Jay, 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. And Christmas Eve, 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. and Christmas Day, 8 a.m., 8 p.m. So what you learn about with Stop and Regrow is there's a lifestyle and there's a health style. And every day is a day. So every day we do the same thing with Stop and Regrow. We bookend our days with protein, right?
Yep.
We make sure we eat an avocado. We make sure that we eat nuts. So we're going to be doing the same thing. We're going to enjoy ourselves, but we're going to be doing the same things as far as making sure that we ingest enough and absorb enough of the protein so that we have a good quality of life and a nice hair, as well as the immune system that you touched on the last episode. But getting back to, how many snacks and cakes and pies and different tasty treats can we taste? Well, that has to do with where you're starting from, right?
Exactly.
If you knew what your sugar level was before you got into the holidays, you would know if you could indulge a little more or you needed to restrain a little bit more. And you touched on this before. The hemoglobin A1C is a 90-day average of your sugar intake. People that start on the program, we checked your biomarker report card, and we like to do it annually. And if you get your biomarker report card done right before the holidays, you'll get some feedback. And if that feedback will let you know whether or not you can indulge a little bit or you need to restrain a little bit. So those numbers come back, Jay, and those A1C levels can be any number from in the 4s all the way up to, I've seen it up to the 13s. Okay.
Yeah, I think oftentimes the confusion comes in. A lot of people don't know about their numbers, and like I've been through the program, I've had my blood drawn. I need to get it checked again, but I know that my sugars I have to be careful of because I have that I'm at that 5. I'm not quite under 5 where I should be, but I'm in that that 5 and 5.1 whatever. So I have to be careful about that. But as far as the cholesterol, I know because I work hard at my HDL, so I know that I can, it's my birthday tomorrow. I'm going to go out and have some chicken wings and some beer, right? So I guess I'm going to work hard to enjoy that, but also be careful about that sugar, that drink, so like I have to be more careful on that sugary side of that alcohol than I do on that cholesterol side, because I work hard with nuts and avocados to bring that HDL up. So my thing is, I feel a lot of people don't know where they stand. They don't walk around saying, well, I know my A1C is here, I know my LDL, my HDL is probably around here, because they probably just don't even have that conversation with themselves. So, but I'm trying to get
Jay,
it out there.
It can be hard, right? So it can be hard. Well, this conversation, sometimes we can go back and forth and not really get a lot said, right? In the conversation, sometimes we'll go back and forth. So you mentioned to me that A1C of a 5.0 and a 5.1, those numbers are not familiar to anyone that's listening to this channel. So when you go through a number of A1C 5.1 and 5.0, what is a good number?
Less
What
than
is a bad
five, right?
number,
Yeah, I mean,
right?
I guess it depends on the individual as well, right? It depends on
Yeah.
a lot of things. I mean, that's a conversation for a medical doctor. So
So that piece right there, Jay, the A1C number right there, understanding what a number is and how to calculate it, how that allows us to decide what we're going to do. The A1C is a 90-day average of your sugar intake. It basically is an indication of how sugary your Nile River is, right?
yep,
Your bloodstream is your Nile River to your cells inside your body. Your cells do not like sugar water. If
right,
you've got a percentage, and you mentioned a number of a 5, right? That's a percentage number. People drink alcohol. Imagine 5% alcohol. Okay,
yep,
5% sugar. You don't want much more than 5% sugar inside your Nile River. And you mentioned yours was a 5.1, which is okay. 5.0, that's where the athletes are. Where does that number come from? Dr. Nettles' data from 6 continents worth of blood work and assessments is how we derive those numbers. No one has these relative numbers and ranges, but
yep,
5.0, as you alluded to, is where the athletes are.
yep,
4.5 is where the triathletes are.
yep,
I've seen a 4.1.
yep.
Right.
Jeez.
So it's understanding. And then I asked the clients, what did you eat? How do you eat? And then we tied the nutrition to the markers in the body, and then we give you feedback. That's part of your hair health assessment. So people are coming in and they're buying a topical and an oral supplement that grows your hair. And Jay, the secret is you're going to learn how to create a rocket ship, right? With our help and your execution, we together can create a rocket ship.
Yeah, it's an interesting dynamic because yesterday on a phone consultation, I'm talking to a guy in his 80s that says, look, I know this hair back here is going to be tough because it's been 40, 50 years in the making of hair loss, but he's trying to help up front and everything. But he's saying, moreover, I'm trying to improve my vitality into my later years. And on the other side of that coin, like, for example, I'm meeting with family this holiday, and I have a 72-year-old uncle who recently was diagnosed with diabetes. So we are kind of influenced by our families as far as habits and stuff. So it's kind of, I want people, when they go meet with their families this holiday and everything, is have a look at those older uncles and grandparents. And chances are there's a very small percentage
Great.
of them that probably aren't doing that well. And if you don't do something to moderate and to take care of it now, most likely that's going to be you, right?
Yeah, great cases to discuss, Jay. The 81-year-old and the 72-year-old. One of them could have nutrition problems that's causing some of the hair loss that they see in the mirror. And then the other one, as you alluded to, could have a genetic cause. So our youngest patient on the program is 15 years old. Our oldest patient on the program is 88 years old. But what happens as we get a little bit older, the enzymes reductase and aromatase will increase their activity. So the estrogen level in a man's body will increase as they age. The DHT level will increase as they age. The most recent 81-year-old that came into the program had an estrogen level of 75, and that
Wow.
number should be between 20 and 30. And he had a DHT level of 145, and that number should be between 5 and 10. So those numbers increase throughout the course of that person's life, and to the point where it causes a ton of anxiety and depression, as well as
Well,
enough hair loss for them to seek a physician like myself to be able to rebalance their molecules. So not only is that 81-year-old Jay going to get the hair to regrow, he's also going to have the prostate to stop growing so fast, so
sure.
it's not going to cause problems. And then he's also going to get an increase of the free testosterone that gives him more energy. At the same time, his estrogen levels are going to go back to normal, and he's going to go back to feeling calm as a cucumber. Wouldn't
Yeah,
that be nice?
I know for myself, my estrogen levels were elevated for someone in their 40s. And like, so it can be, a lot of people don't understand that the hormones are a big thing and they could be out of alignment at a young age even. So it's important for that biochemical report card just to see where that hormone levels, where they are and everything. And, finally, a lot of people don't realize that you as well work in HGT and hormone therapy as well. So if there is a problem with that hormone issue, you're the doctor that can help them with that as well. So it's not just hair regrowth we're talking about. It's a whole holistic vitality system.
Well, Leviticus 17:11, the life of the flesh is in the blood. Everything, the Nile River is inside your bloodstream. We specialize in interpreting the molecules inside your bloodstream. Between the nutrition that you consume contributing to the molecules that make up the biochemistry inside your body, that make the hormones, which are messengers between the organs and cells in the body, we're basically evaluating the operations of the human body and how optimally it's being run and operated. So we get a chance to take a look at how you're doing today with genetics and nutrition, and then we improve on your genetics and we improve on your nutrition. We repeat the biomarker report card, and we'll see people benefiting, and their cells are responding optimally. Hair's regrowing, they're feeling better, they're not anxious anymore, they've got nice muscle tone. They've got to partner with us. They have to do their part, Jay, and we'll do our part.
That's it. So finally, Doc, what do you tell us? Tell the viewers what will you be eating this holiday season? What are your vices? What are your indulgence? How are you going to navigate through the holiday?
Well, Jay, there's two types of people down here. One group wants to gain a little weight, and one group wants to lose a little weight. I'm on the side that like to gain a little weight, Jay. Every now and
Yeah.
then, sometimes I miss a meal and don't want to eat too much, and if I do, I'll lose some weight. So my daily activity revolves around increasing my calories throughout the day. So what did I do to increase my calories over the holidays? I got a pecan pie, and I got a pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
Both of them have 4 to 5 grams of protein in each serving. So Jay, even when I tried my best to get away with my vices, I still don't get too far from that the protein that's needed.
Well, I bet you are aware, though, as well as what your numbers are, right? You're pretty aware of what your ranges are, both with HDL, LDL, and A1C, I'm sure.
And that's the key, Jay. With knowledge, you can make better decisions. Imagine the hundreds of millions of people inside the United States of America going into the holidays having no idea what their sugar levels are.
Bingo.
Having no idea what their protein levels are, Jay.
Yeah.
And then you hear a story on the news about a young person having a heart attack or a stroke. How did it happen? Well, Jay, that sugar level too high turns into triglycerides in the body. And those triglycerides are crystals. Those crystals get stuck in our small vessels. So if I were inside the United States of America, I would get a biomarker report card done and figure out what my nutrition levels are so that I could plan my life and be able to plan the nutrition that's best for my body.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, it's kind of a sad thing, too, to see your loved ones and your relatives like that, because, look, life gets in the way sometimes, and you say, oh, well, after the holidays, then I'll get back on it and I'll start doing better, and I'll just kind of go all out and just enjoy everything. And then January, I'll get back into it. And I know a lot of people besides myself feel that way. But if you live a life consistently like that without the discipline, if you look at your family members that aren't doing well, that could be you in just a short time. 20 years is not that long. So it's a serious thing to keep up on these numbers, to get your tests done, and to be and to know what you're walking around with, so you're not a ticking time bomb, like you said.
Absolutely. At Stop and Regrow, you're going to learn some habits, right? You're going to learn that every day is the same. Yep. Every day's got an 8 a.m. Every day's got an 8 p.m. That 8 turns into an infinity symbol, and that happens to be our logo, Jay, because we are the best place for your best life, because we're going to help you balance your life by creating a balanced day. Everybody wants to have a best year next year, New Year's resolutions. Sure. If you don't get one day right, you won't get the week right, the month, or the year. But if you get one day right, Jay, you turn it into a week, a month, and a year. So we teach people how to get one day right. And when you get one day right, you'll get the rest of your life right. And we've had people on the program for up to 15, 20 years, and they're living great lives.
What you do today is what you'll do every day, right?
Yeah, my mother said to me, what you do today, you'll do the rest of your life. Mother, how do you touch your toes at 72? Honey, what you do today, you'll do the rest of your life. So the key is getting into those good habits.
So I have an idea. How about within the next week or so, I'll go ahead. get my labs done. You can read them, and we can read them live, and we could do that, maybe something like that, and then we'll get that conversation started.
You got it. Let's read Chef Jay's biomarker report card live.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Hey, it is what it is, and it's going to be what you've executed over the last 3 months.
All right. Sounds good, Dr. Ray. Thanks for everything, for tuning in. Have a very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll see you next time.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and happy birthday to you, Jay.
Oh, thank you very much. Thanks, Doc. God bless.